Okay. Uh, Hello, Heather Wilburn, author of
Hello.
the new Inherited Gene series, who writes under the name of H.D. Wilburn. How are you this Saturday?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Okay, just to introduce people to who you are and give you an idea of how good the books are, I just wanted to start off again with another review, just so people can see how excellent they're being received. Um, And it's a fantastic story of a young woman surviving in a world post-infection, not your usual fare in this genre. The scenery is beautifully descriptive, and you actually feel you know the places she's traveling through. A fantastic story, a hugely believable character, and a fabulous twist. That's got to be good.
Very good.
It's got to feel nice. So let's jump right in with some questions. Okay, this is from Alex. The lovely Alex. What keeps you awake at night?
My overactive brain. It never stops.
Yeah, I can completely agree with you on that one. From Alana, would you rather have a frozen apocalypse or a hot one? And I even know what you're going to say before you say the next bit. I totally disagree on this one, by the way.
Definitely frozen. I hate the heat.
Weirdo. Right, okay. We've got another review. It's based in an area that the author is familiar with, as with the greatest writers, see Stephen King, which gives us a sense of detail and realism to the locations. Is it nice getting reviews like that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it must be so hard to actually get reviews because you feel like you've got to ask everybody who's read it, please review. But that's the only way you guys are going to get noticed to everybody else, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hard getting reviews. Incredibly hard.
I know, but I guess you will. The more people that are aware of you, the more reviews you're going to get. Okay. What have you found the most difficult part of becoming a new indie writer?
I would definitely say getting noticed and also reviews, like we just talked about.
Yeah, but it will come. It definitely will come. Is it hard to put your heart and soul onto that paper and put it
Yeah,
out?
it's very hard. Especially when I put so much of myself into one of the characters in
Yeah,
particularly. So
yeah. I mean, I can recognize you straight away from the book. Okay. When you write a character, is that character story already foretold, or do you let the character eventually write the whole series? Write themselves because they've gone on a different journey from what you originally imagined in your head.
normally when I start out, I have a character in mind and the story, but once I start writing, they kind of write themselves. So I just let them go with the flow.
Just let them do whatever they want. Okay. From Alex again, what scary movie would you recommend to your friends?
I would recommend the newer Evil Dead or either The Conjuring. I love those two movies.
The new Evil Dead.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a remake or if it was like a revisit.
Okay, yeah, I'll look that one up. Okay, we got another review. Read this book in one day. Couldn't wait for my task to finish so I could resume the story. Loved that there was a kick-ass apocalyptic ready woman as the main character, and I think most of us women actually do. Yeah, that's really really good. Okay. From Angel, what got you personally into the zombie genre?
I would say my love for zombies since I was a kid got me into it. And I've always wanted to be in an apocalypse, so
But we're actually living in one right now, aren't we? It's just
yeah.
a different version of one, yeah.
Not the type one I wanted, but
Absolutely. Does your writing energize or does it exhaust you? Do you feel like you put so much out there that it's physically draining?
um, I would say that it's pretty energizing unless I'm putting my heart into something, like one of
Yeah.
the characters, and something bad happens to her, and then it really hurts me pretty hard.
Yeah. And as a reader, it's also hard to read when something bad happens to somebody that you really love anyway.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider writing on a pseudonym, or do you not think women are on unequal footing in the horror post-apocalypse in the first place?
It never really crossed my mind to have like a pen name or anything.
But you use HD Wilburn instead of
Yeah,
Helen
it's
Wilburn.
my initials. Yeah.
Yeah. But again, is that because you're trying to appeal to a larger audience, or because you think if you use the word Heather, maybe a lot of males will not pick the book up?
No, it has nothing to do with gender or anything. It's just more or less seeing my name on paper kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, I get that, but I couldn't use my initials, so I never would. Okay, we've got another review. The tale flowed well with good and bad sides of humanity interspersed. Yeah, with the right balance of humour in play, where there's life and death situations, I'm really looking forward to reading more. That's lovely.
Yeah, that is lovely.
It's really nice. So, what kind of research do you do? How long do you spend researching before beginning each new book?
Research. I usually don't do it during the beginning. I only do it when I need it, as
Yeah,
I'm writing. And I
if
try not to put,
you're writing about the places where you're living anyway, so or anyway, so there's not a whole lot of research. I mean, you do the most beautiful pictures of the funguses, and I think that, oh god, you did one that was absolutely stunning. It was a fungus, and it was a young dead girl. Do you remember that? You actually
uh
do. God, are you actually going to include more of because your drawings are out of this world? Are you going to include more of your drawings into the actual books?
I think I'm gonna try to. Yeah.
I love that idea. I mean, I've seen a few books that I've read recently, and they've used drawings, and they're not a patch on what you did then, and that was an absolutely stunning picture. It really, really was.
Thank you.
From Alex, who? Oh no, sorry, it's not. It's another review. Excuse me. Excellent tale with a relatable main character who Elsie feels real, not a stereotypical hero. She's not your bimbo. She's not your, oh my god. She feels real and grounded. So good that I bought the paperback copy for my mum for Christmas, and it actually was from Alex, which is why I said Alex first, because I
Yeah.
remember which is a lovely review. Yeah. Okay. What's the most difficult thing about writing characters from the opposite sex?
I would say any of it's hard because I'm not a male.
Yeah, trying to get inside the brain of a male.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I grew up around a lot of guys, so just watching them, how they act around each other, I mean, it's easier to ask them to how they react to certain things, and that helps.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. How many hours a day did you find the time to write? Because I know you work as well. So how do you find the physical time to write?
I usually write a couple hours after work every day, and then all day on the weekends, pretty much.
So that's your main. That's
Yeah. If you
okay.
ask my husband, he would tell you I work 2 full-time jobs because I write. If I'm not working at my job, I'm writing.
Does your husband, does he read the books?
He has not read them yet. One of his coworkers has even read the book, and he is harassing Josh about not reading.
Yeah, I bet, absolutely. Okay. How do you select the names of your characters?
Some of them.
Sorry, I was speaking to somebody last week, and he said that he literally Googles surnames. How do you do it?
Usually I have an idea of what I want for a name, but sometimes if I can't think of anything, I have like a go-to generator that I
What's the name?
Google a bunch of names.
Yeah. Do you base your characters on people that you know, or people that you've like come into contact with through the years? I mean, I remember the first book. there was an office worker that Elsie drove over. Yeah, so do you base the characters on people that you know?
Oh yeah, majority of them are based off of people I know, and some of them are made up.
Oh, well, come on, the office character. Can you tell us?
Yeah,
Is that a chewer?
under a different name.
Oh, okay, right, okay, got it. We've got another review. This I really love this book. It's certainly not the average run-of-the-mill zombie tale, and I found it very, very hard to put down. Again, this story is a great twist on the zombie genre. The twists and turns are very well thought out and put together. If you enjoy a strong female lead, and again, we do, but it's not a male bashing book at all. That can stand on her own feet, be feminine, and yet still be the lead. Sorry, read this book. And to follow that one, do you actually read your book reviews?
I wasn't intending to at first, but then yeah, I have been reading them.
Yeah, I take my hat off to you. It's amazing. What comes first, the plot or the character?
I would say the plot with the Inherited Gene series came first.
Yeah.
And then the character.
Did you dream it up? Because I know your brain is like you're like totally overactive, aren't you? Is that something that you dreamed up, or?
This series in particular, I started out, well, it was initially supposed to be me written into it. And I've always wanted to be an apocalypse, so I just kind of made it up. But then I couldn't handle seeing my name on the paper, so I changed it to Elsie.
But it's still you on the paper, and anybody who knows you can immediately know that you are Elsie. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've had a couple of family members tell me that it was me without them even knowing it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% you. I mean, Elsie takes off with if you haven't read the series, and I really encourage you, if you're watching this, to read the series. Elsie takes off with a dog, a loyal dog, Wolf. She's searching for her parents in the middle of a huge apocalypse, and it is so. It really is, and it's an excellent series. I mean, the love of the animals, and then you meet the soldiers, and she comes across people who she doesn't really have time to help, and she still stops to help everybody. So that it's really great series. Okay, what's the most difficult part about writing for you?
I guess finding time to.
Yeah.
It's hard. Trying to incorporate that into a day.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, what does success mean to you actually, and what's your definition of success?
I would say just getting myself out there and getting known for my books.
Yeah, and that will come. I mean, how long have you been doing it now?
About a year, 2 years.
That's nothing in the terms of, honestly, yeah, it's nothing. It really isn't. Okay, and got another review. The main character is highly believable. The author creates an amazing story. This is a must read. That's brilliant. Okay, are you on social media, and how can your readers interact with you, or people who are new to the genre? How can they get in touch with Heather Wilburn?
I'm on Facebook and on Instagram.
Yeah.
So they can reach me through both of those.
Do you have an author page?
I do, yes.
Okay, what's the name of your author page?
I would have to look it up. I don't even know what it is.
I think it's H.G. Wilburn's Fiction Addiction, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, yes, the group, yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. How do you deal with the emotional impact of a book on yourself? You know, as you're writing the story, and you've got to be believable. So you know, we'd all write the story where everybody didn't die and everybody got saved and all the animals lived, and but how do you deal with when you know you've got to tell the story as it's going to flow?
I tend to put a lot of myself into the characters and how I would feel, how I've seen other people react to things, and I don't know. Just-
You're doing brilliantly. Stop worrying. Okay. In your own books, do you have a favorite character? You must have a favorite character. Take yourself as Elsie apart from the book. Who is your favorite character?
Probably wolf. Because you know me, I love animals.
You love animals. Yes, yes, yes. You
Now,
love
if I had to pick people, then it would be Elsie or Nathan.
Oh, to me, it would be Nathan.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not including Elsie, so I've got to take Elsie out. But
Right. Yeah.
it would be Nathan. He's a great character. He really is.
Yeah.
He's great. um, okay, another review. Love this book. Extremely well written, and I couldn't put it down. I actually stayed up till 2:30 a.m. in the morning and on a work night to finish the book. I hope this author continues to write more books.
That's a great review.
And again, it must be so hard for you to put yourself out there and go, please read my books. But you know, the more people that see them, the more people that will review them.
Yes.
So come on, we've got a few questions left where we're going to see who the author really is.
Oh,
So
God.
I know, but come on, I know the guy and everything else, but if you had to say, read this book, how would you sell the Inherited Gene series?
Read my book now.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I could try and sell it for you because it's really, really good. And if you want a story where the woman is a normal, everyday person who is becomes this extraordinary person due to the apocalypse and just looks out for people. And the funny thing that makes me laugh is she's so insular, and yet when she meets people she likes, she really isn't. And I think that's how most of us actually are, isn't it? And I love that about Elsie. If she likes you, she will go tooth and nail to the wall for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's how I am with people, so that's how I wrote her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So come on, let's go to our last bit of the questions. What is your favorite word?
Oh, can it be a cuss word?
Mine is a cuss word, so please
I would have to say it would have to be fuck. That I use it very often.
Fuck is such a I'm trying to think of the word. It's such an easily usable word. It says so many things. Fuck. It's a great word. What is your least favorite word?
No.
Yeah, no, just like that one. Okay. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Definitely nature.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that one. There's just so much out there, isn't it? Okay, well, what turns you off?
People that don't close their mouths when they're eating. Hearing someone chew really gets to me.
Yeah, honestly, I can actually remember a conversation when you inboxed me and you were like, oh my God, somebody's chewing. She's chewing so hard next to me. I want to kill her. And it is such a horrible noise, isn't it?
Gum popping, yeah.
Oh,
another one.
Well, we're right back to the curse word. What is your favorite word? So we've already used that with your favorite word. Yeah, but what is another one? What sound or noise do you love?
Rain. The sound of rain.
Yep.
Thunderstorms.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely agree. Okay. What sound or noise do you hate?
What sounds and noises do I hate?
Mm-hmm.
That would go right back to the chewing and gum popping and
yeah.
Anybody crying. I don't like to hear somebody cry.
Is that because you don't like to hear somebody cry because you're like, "Oh, don't cry," or
I don't want
because
them to hurt. Same thing with an
oh,
animal. If they're crying, you know, or whining, you don't understand what's wrong with them. They can't talk to you, so
oh, so lovely. Okay. What profession other than your own as an author right now would you like to attempt?
I would love to be a mortician, work at a funeral home.
Oh, you frightened me. Would you?
Yeah, I used to wanna do that, out of before I graduated in high school, I wanted to be a mortician, but didn't go that route, but that's okay.
Is there a reason why is this just like because the dead body's quiet and is not going to talk to you, or is there a reason why you like to be a mortician?
I don't My mom has always said I'm a bit morbid. It's the quiet, I don't know, I
Oh,
just death has always fascinated me, so
yeah, well, oh, it would terrify the living shit out of me. I'll be honest. It would be my worst ever job apart from abattoir. Woo, no, no. How could you turn the lights off on a body and walk out the room and not be thinking, Megan, you know? Okay. Yeah, you're braver than me, Missy. Um, okay, what profession would you not like to do?
anything that requires me to get up in front of people and talk.
You're doing really well, so don't worry about it. Honestly. But I'm honestly, believe it or not, I'm saying you, that's why I'm constantly playing with my hair, constantly talking over. It's like it's yeah, I take my hat off to you guys, put yourselves out there. I, I watched a film last night, Bombshell. Have you seen it?
I don't think so.
It's your news anchor, Megan. Is it Megan Kelly from Fox News?
I don't watch TV, so I have no idea.
Oh, it was really, really good. And again, it was about people who were in the public eye and the hatred that they get, and you think, is that what you get off on? Is that what you're going to enjoy? Is trying to destroy somebody who's just going about their daily life, just trying to sell a book? And I've seen it with authors, even this afternoon, and people and I think, is that how you get your kicks on a Saturday night? You get your kicks off going after somebody on the internet. I truly don't get it, and I truly thank you guys and girls for just having the balls to get out there and putting your heart on the paper. Absolutely. Okay, last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Are you at the right gate?
You want to go down to Fontana, yeah, that's where you want to go. Yes, yeah.
Why are you here?
Yeah, it'd be too bright and pearly, and everybody would be too like white. Not white. I mean white. You know,
Bright
wings,
lights.
gowns, and you'd be like, oh, this is not gothic enough for me at all. When you totally like that, absolutely, you'd be like, hell, please, yeah.
I think
So
I'd rather be haunting people.
I could see you totally doing that. I'll be honest. So it's been absolutely lovely to chat to you.
You too.
If you haven't read H.G. Wilburn, if you haven't read the Inherited series, please go and do it, because it's an amazing series, and she intersects the books with some amazing artwork. You should check it out totally. And I shall see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.